Now I will just point out, this is not a how to restore one of these videos. If you want a video like that, go and watch someone else on YouTube. Right, so because today is extremely hot and I don't like heat, I'm going to get straight to it. So, hello and welcome to this video. I have found this. What this is it is an adjustable tri-square, is what I believe they are called. So you can adjust it like that, and you may be like seeing it stick there. And if I show you a close-up of it, you can see that it's all rusted and got bits of paint on it, and like it's all dusty and dirty, and genuinely isn't in the best of condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restore it as best as I can. So yeah, all I'm going to do is basically take a wire brush to it and see what I can get it looking like. And I'm going to take you with me because we're going outside. I don't think I'm doing it inside. I'll get rust and dust and dirt and everywhere, and then I'll spend 2 years trying to get it out of the carpet. So once again, I got into editing the video. So that's all the clips before this clip and all the ones after. And I realised that when I was recording outside, the camera just decided it would record, but it wouldn't record at 1080p. I mean, technically it is still 1080p, but something was set wrong, which makes it look like, I don't know, 480p or something like that. And I think that might be because I had the camera in manual mode, but it was still set up for like indoor use, so like it is now. And as you can see, this is fairly clear. But the outdoor shots are very clear, and like I said, that's probably because it was set up for indoor mode, and due to the brightness and temperature, I wasn't messing about with the camera for half an hour getting it all set up when I could just get on with recording what I wanted to record. But luckily, the outside footage is mainly time-lapsed, therefore like you don't need to sit there for a long time looking at the poor quality of video, which I know isn't the most enjoyable thing to do. So as you can see, I'm now outside, so let's just get to it because the sun's far too hot. Right, now I know people will say never ever do what I'm doing, and I will also say never ever do what I'm doing. I'm going to wash it off in the sink, mainly to get all of the oil and stuff off it, which I've got the most of it off already. These splodges you can see are like rust marks and stuff like that, and I've also got this bit here. I have taken the like that bit off there, and this spring off there as well, as there's a small spring that goes on there. And I'm going to use a bit of wire wool and that, and soap, which you never should use. And to get into these bits, an old toothbrush will do fine. Okay, so let's begin once again. If you've got decent tools, never clean them with water. Unless you're supposed to clean them with water. Right, I don't know about you, but I'm happy with that, with the way it is, so yeah. Let me go and dry this before it goes all rusty again. Okay, and now we need to move on to this bit, which is simple enough. It's like bits of paint on there, which I can just scrape off, and then just, look, there we go. Straight away, you see that? It's like came off straight away. Just go away with my time. We'll get real Right, so we have got to the stage of putting... I don't even know why that's here. I actually don't know why that was there. So now we've got to the stage of putting it back together. So we have 4 components. Well, you could have 5, I guess, because it does look like this bit screws off, like completely off, but I can't get it off. Don't know if... no, it's because I can't get it off, because if you look at the top thread, it's full of, like, whatever that white stuff is, probably like filler or something. And yes, I know my thumb's like decomposing there. Right, so basically how it works is you get this bit and make sure the spring is on that bit like that. And then this bit goes into that bit there. See that hole there? That bit goes in there. And then all you need to make sure that you do is you align like that dome bit level with that groove, because that dome bit actually sits in the groove, and then when you tighten it, it pulls on it so you can't move it. So now what I need to do is just assemble it. Like I said, that bit goes in there. Get this bit so that it's level like that, and now you can see the dome bit. And now we need to make sure we put the groove of the metal in that groove bit. Now it's probably best that I don't try and assemble it looking through the viewfinder, but if I don't do it through the viewfinder, then you can't see what I'm trying to do. Right, so can you even see that? No, you can't. Right, there you see the groove just sorry, that dome bit just like clips into the groove, and then that's basically what allows it to travel. And then when you tighten this, because it's threaded, it pulls the groove like up, like this way, onto the actual groove, and that's what locks this this bit in place, so it can't move. And as you saw before, it was like stiff to move due to all the rust and stuff, I believe they are called. So you can adjust it like that, and you may be like seeing it stick there. And now I know it's still not perfect, there's still bits like this, but they're like pretty much completely worn in by now. And then there's like little bits, where is it? Hang on, like there, and then a bit there. But anyway, now as you can see, nice and smooth. And then you pull it out like that. This is a rather old one, I think, so I don't know if the modern ones have like stops on the end, so that the groove can't go further down. Sorry, so that so that it doesn't come out like it just did. And now if we want to measure something that's at a 90-degree angle, oh, hang on, if I just move you up, tripod feet. Oh, now the centre of the tripod's in the way. Right, so is this box a 90-degree angle? I don't see why it shouldn't be, but yes it is. In fact, a better example would be if I just move you over to the corner. Ignore the rubbish that's in the bin, it's literally just tissues and some gaffer tape. And you see, if we want to make sure that that's 90 degrees, stick it on there like that and make sure it's aligned. Now the 45-degree one, you just stick on like that. And another thing that I did notice was this spirit level, which, as you can probably see, is empty. It doesn't have any fluid in it. Or a bubble, because, well, there's no fluid in it. Right, backlight compensation is now turned on, which means you can see me in front of this window. I think you can. The sun's... yes, you can. The sun was shining on the monitor thing. And the main reason why I'm doing it here is because the temperature outside is ridiculous, and I simply don't have the energy to set all the tripod up how it was at the start of the video. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So as you can see, it's still far from perfect. As you can see, there's still bits of like rust on it, like that bit there, that bit in particular. But aside from aside from that, it looks fine. So yeah, and now, see, I've cleaned all the dust and gunge off that was around here. But anyway, that is the tri-square, adjustable tri-square, now fixed. Well, not fixed because it was never broken, but somewhat cleaned up on how it was originally. And yes, I am aware it is slightly warped, but never mind. Like I say, it's an old tool, so yeah. So yeah, that's been this video, and if you do have decent tools, never wash them in water like I did with this one, but this one's like old and it still works, but you can get a lot more accurate ones of these days, probably. You can just make your own as well if you want, providing that you get the angles and stuff right. But anyway, that is the end of this video where I restore, or well, sort of restore, this adjustable tri-square. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next video, whatever that shall be.